Welcome, everybody, to the best betting show ever. I'm Lawrence Presman. I'm back. Missed a few days. Ski trip's coming to an end. Only 5 more days of skiing. Anyway, let's make some money together. This is the best betting show ever. Art DeCesar will not be joining us today. He's got a meeting, but no worries. Joe Ranieri here, and we have Art's information. Joe, thanks for all the heavy lifting. I heard you guys won the parlay of the day yesterday.
We did, Prez. I think we nailed it there, 2-0. He had an NHL play. I had a NBA play, and we cashed it. So we're looking to keep that rolling here now that you're back. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all. Huge NHL slate today. Very small baseball card, and of course a medium-sized NBA card. We got rundowns on every one of those games later on in the show. We got our sharp bets coming up, the parlay of the day, and of course our predictive markets. But let's start with where has Prez been? Well, lazy. So long story short, Joe, I skied 30 days in a row, and the bodies decided to shut down.
Yep.
I ended up having cold sweats and shivers for 2 days, lay in bed.
Yep.
But now I'm ready to go. I'm back. I'm skiing today. I got 5 days left. My youngest comes tomorrow. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm 50. I'm 57 years old in May, bro. I
hear you. Yep.
And I'm sending you my stats. I'm skiing. I skied, and I understand a lot of you guys are in America, and you're very frustrated that your parents and their parents didn't change from imperial to metric, and now you guys are stuck having to deal with the ramifications.
Good point.
With that said, I did 60 kilometers of skiing in one day.
Wow.
And my highest speed was 86 kilometers an hour. Joe Ranieri, that equates to about 55 miles an hour. So, and I could be wrong, but I think that's the antiquated ancient speed limit on the highways in America.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's funny you mention that because I'm pretty sure, Prez, that Tiger rolled his Range Rover for 30 meters at some point there the other day. So, yeah, metrics do come in handy. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, so there you go. So I'm skiing like a beast. I'm here till Tuesday. If anyone's in Whistler, DM me. Let's get into it, brother. Let's go right to the sharp bets of the day. Art DeCesar, regular on the show every day with us. He couldn't make it today. Very busy over at the Westgate, but he did send in his sharp bets. I'm going to read them for you guys. Creighton -3.5 and -4. Now they are -4.5. He likes the New York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning to go over. Well, the Rangers are not playing. The Rangers over the total of 6. So not the Rangers and Tampa Bay. The Rangers over the total of 6. The Rangers are playing Montreal at home. That line has moved to 6.5. And he likes the Tampa Bay Lightning -165 against Pittsburgh.
Ooh.
I like that play as well. I prefer it in regulation. He also likes the Lakers and Thunder to go over the total of 231 and the Giants +122 against the Mets. So those are the sharp plays. That's the Westgate takes money from some of the savviest bettors on the planet. He comes onto the show every day, gives those bets out. That's what they are. Creighton, Rangers over, Lightning, Thunder and Lakers over, and Giants. Anything to add there, Joe?
Yeah, well, I mean, people are saying, well, how the hell is Creighton playing? Creighton is part of the Crown tournament there. We saw a couple of games last night with Baylor handling business late night against Minnesota there. Now we've got Rutgers taking on Creighton. Stanford taking on West Virginia should also be an interesting one here. That one's kind of a pick'em, but Prez, I mean, that Creighton line is now jacked all the way up to 5.5 in spots. So it's been nothing but money on Creighton, and I get it. I mean, Rutgers has been terrible, but Didn't Creighton's head coach announce that he was retiring? Your buddy? He just came out and said he's retiring. So maybe it's this one final hurrah here for him, which is why we're getting a ton of money in the market here on Creighton tonight.
Well, I got to tell you, he has to be one of the longest-serving coaches of all time.
He was,
well, not of all time, but of our era, if you will.
Yep.
I met the man one time in my life. I got into an elevator in Philadelphia, and I looked up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked sideways, and I was like, this is a man that just keeps going.
Yep.
I turned to him, and I'm like, you must be somebody or do something. Like, nobody could be this enormous. Anyway,
yep.
He was there. It was March Madness at the time, about 15 years ago. His son, to my recollection, was playing on the team at that time.
Yep.
And he was an incredibly nice man. So
yes. Yep.
Yeah.
He's one last rough is what he's doing. So this is Creighton's going to look to go out on a high note. Him 16 years, the all-time winningest coach at Creighton. So I think that's why we're getting a lot of love here for the Blue Jays tonight.
Well, let's make a breaking parlay alert.
Love it.
Breaking sharp parlay alert.
Love it.
I say we put Creighton on the money line with the Lightning. There you go. 2 sharp bets that will pay positive money.
What did Art send one over?
No, yeah, we'll do that in our parlay of the day.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to do. Oh, you're just talking about a separate one. Separate.
Yeah, that's a separate parlay that we just made up on the spot.
Love it.
And you'll see, guys, that parlay is going to win. Lightning on the money line, Creighton Blue Jays on the money line. Speaking of the Blue Jays, Joe Ranieri, how's that rotation looking?
Yeah, listen, I mean, kudos to them. Once again, I do think the American League East, except for the Red Sox, who suck, and I've never been so happy in my life to lose a bet, but they are terrible right now. But it is a long season, but something tells me the Yankees and the Blue Jays likely going to come down to those two once again there, Prez.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always Yankees are always in the mix. I'm curious to see where Baltimore ends up. I mean, this is a team that was really good not 2-3 years ago and hit the skids. So I'm curious to see how Baltimore performs. But man, look at what the J rotation is doing without your Savage or Bieber or Boreas. And don't sleep on Boreas. I mean, his numbers last year were not, 4 ERA these days is not like a 4 ERA 20 years ago.
Correct. But I also wouldn't get ecstatic since they've only played, Colorado and the Athletics.
No, of course.
You
can only play who you got in front of you, brother.
Gotta win them, man. You gotta win them, man.
4-2 to start the year. Let's get to our parlay of the day, Joe Ranieri. Art the Caesar just sent one in. He's got his leg. I heard you guys hit yours yesterday. Congratulations. He is going to play the Utah Mammoth -130. They are on the road playing the Kraken in an absolute must-win spot. My God. We are getting down to the wire in the NHL. Kraken can't lose a game, and Art thinks they're done tonight. Not done tonight, but they're going to lose tonight. I like the Kings, Joe.
Yep.
Nashville and the Kings, and probably the most important game of the season for both of them, both dueling a playoff spot. The Kings are holding it by 1 point. Both of them have the same amount of games in hand. Nashville's on the road. I think we're seeing Nashville they played their best hockey, and now I feel like maybe they've run out of steam, whereas I think the Kings played their worst hockey. And now I feel like they're kind of, on the way up. So I'm going with the Kings. What do you like?
I like it there. I am going to go, Prez, with, I think the Arizona Diamondbacks at a pretty good price here today. I mean, Atlanta now, this is their first road trip here. They got to go across to Arizona. Arizona, who played last night, Prez, but they get to stay home. on the West Coast here. They beat Scoobel yesterday, by the way, 1-0, Prez, if you can believe that. I don't trust Ronaldo Lopez here. I think they got a big advantage on the mound at this price, Prez, which is pretty cheap. I think Arizona certainly were taking a shot as the home team here against what could be a very road-weary Atlanta Braves team.
There we go. That's our parlay of the day. Guys, stay with us. Hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel, WagerTalk TV, over at YouTube. 250,000 followers. Shout out to all of you guys. Lots of love. Sorry I've been a little slack on the mailbag section and reading the comments. I mean, guys, I'm running out of time.
Yeah, that's it.
No, you know what, Joe? It's not that I'm on vacation. It's that I'm running out of time, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 57 years old. I'm not running out of time on this trip. I'm not running out of time on our show.
Okay.
I'm running out of time.
Time. Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, how many 40-day ski trips are ahead of me?
Good point. You got to take advantage while you can. But,
Yeah,
you're getting a little crazy with your, 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour down the hills here. Just saying, at one point, the reflexes aren't as crisp as they used to be, Prez.
I know. It's an addiction. Speed, baby. Speed. It's an addiction. We got our predictive markets coming up and all the rundowns. And, of course, we got to take care of some business. Joe, it's time for some business, and I've got a big Thursday planned. I got 2 NHL bets and 1 NBA bet, and I'm going for 8 wins in a row. I'm absolutely rolling right now. I had a perfect night last night, 3-0. My NBA ATS bets have been really strong this year. Up profit. I mean, my NBA has been really strong for 5 straight years. So, I'm not down profit this year. I'm basically break even on the year, which is great because the wins are still to come. But I have not lost money for my clients in NBA in over 4 seasons. I got 1 tonight. My NHL, I'm on a 5-0 run in NHL. Seeing it well there. I got 2 tonight. But most importantly, I have a 5% play for the Final Four on Saturday. I'm 3-1 in basketball, 5% plays on the season. So just take that into account. These are not cash grabs. I'm not releasing a 5% play to make a whole lot of sales. If that was the case, I would have more than 4 in basketball this entire season. And that's both NBA and college basketball. We are allowed at WagerTalk 6 5% plays a month. I've had 4 in both college and NBA all year. These are legitimately the strongest bets I make, and I love my play this Saturday. 5% play up in college hoops. Take advantage of that. Joe, what do you got going?
That's impressive stuff there, Prez. I got to tell you, man. I have got actually a pretty good slate here tonight in the NBA. And yes, I have a 4% locked and loaded. I have a college basketball game in one of these other tournaments also ready to go. So you can grab those over at WagerTalk.com. Not to mention, up nearly 52 units here on the season in the NBA, guys. So that 199, lock them in here. The rest of the regular season right through the NBA Finals is a good, and I mean a very good opportunity for you guys to hop on board with that. Never miss a play for $1.99, Prez. That's, I would suggest, is the way you guys do it. There it is on the screen. Rest of the regular season right through for $199. Take advantage of that. It's on all of our pages over at WagerTalk.com.
There you go, Joe. Let's keep the show moving along. Predictive markets. Before we get into the predictive markets, some guy, no names, came onto the show and suggested that the Winnipeg Jets had a chance to make the playoffs.
Really?
At 9%. Not 9%. That's basically, you were able to buy it on Kelce for 9%.
Okay.
Have you taken a look at the standings recently, Joe Ranieri?
Ooh, Oh, all right. No, I have not. Now you got to tell me what we got here.
They are 2 points out. One win. One
Really?
win out of a playoff spot. They got Nashville, San Jose above them, and they're trying to chase down the Kings. They have 8 games left. They are 1 game back. Now, do they need to make the playoffs for us to win that bet? Joe, I'm guessing we've already quintupled our money.
Well, Prez, I have it up right now. Winnipeg Jets. We bought in at what price, Prez?
9%.
9. So we have doubled now because they are 18%.
That's
so
it?
That's it to make the playoffs.
Take them again.
Jump in again. You are
Jump in
confident.
again.
No, all right. So if I'm jumping in with them.
No, I'm not. So this is what people need to understand when playing massive dogs.
Right.
Am I confident they're going to make the playoffs? According to some statistic, they have an 18% chance. No, I'm not confident. But is there a shit ton of value on that? Hell to the yes.
How many games are left, Prez?
I think they play 82, right?
Yes, last I checked, right?
How many? Like, you'd think I'd know this. Yeah, 82. So I did know this. Phew. Otherwise, boy, as one of the best NHL bettors on the planet, I would have looked pretty dumb. 82 games. That's 8 left to go. And they're chasing down the Kings.
Okay.
And you know what, Joe? Let's pull up their schedule. Oh, there it is.
Well, that's the final board. They're right down there at about 17, 18 cents. The only teams less than them, it looks like, what are the Capitals and the Kraken?
Well, the Kraken are in trouble. Interesting with Nashville above them and San Jose at 39% with San Jose.
That's why. Are we fading it? That's my question. They got to take somebody else's spot, don't they?
Yeah, it's either the Kings. It's going to be the Kings or the Jets from my perspective. That's how I'm sort of seeing it. The Kings or the Jets.
One is in and one will be out. They won't both be in, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so here is the Jets schedule coming up. We've got Dallas. That's going to be horrible. They're playing in Columbus. That's a winnable game, but should be tough. Then they have the Kraken, the Blues. How about the Blues?
Yep.
They're 4 points out.
And they're a huge number here, Prez, too. The Blues are the last one there, coming in at 5 cents.
Yeah.
And they're only 4 games out?
I only have 7 games, so they're playing somebody tonight. Who's Winnipeg? Oh, yeah. So Winnipeg's got Dallas tonight. That's going to be a tough game. Then they're coming right back with Dallas. So they're in a back-to-back with Dallas tonight, then the Blue Jackets, then they got the Kraken, the Blues, the Flyers, the Mammoth, and the Sharks. They have their last 5 games are totally winnable. And they could be playing the Sharks for that final spot on the last game. This is going to be a gripping ending. Kudos to the NHL for creating some delicious ending results. My God. You take a look at the LA Kings. They got the Prez tonight. As I said, I think they beat them. That's probably the most important game for Nashville. Then they got the Maple Leafs. They win. Then they got the Preds again.
Oof.
Then they got the Nucks, the Oilers, the Kraken, the Nucks, and Calgary. I don't know, man. I think Winnipeg is going to fall to 1 game short. I think the Kings schedule is set up nicely. Joe, if you put money on the Kings and on Winnipeg,
the Kings are about even money. Yeah, Kings are about even money. Obviously, Winnipeg would get much better. But again, Prez, if we get to the final game and they're within a shot, that's 17
we just need it to go up.
That's all we needed to do is to keep rising. So long as they don't go on a losing streak and get bounced, I think we're safe here.
The only problem, really, honestly, is that the Jets have such a tough few games to start.
Well, I don't know. What
Like
does
the
Dallas have to play for, though? Like, what is Dallas doing besides gearing up for the postseason and not getting killed?
They need to get going.
Right.
You
Well, I
know,
mean, they're not beating Colorado. They're not catching Colorado, right?
No, and
Right.
I agree. I think teams like Dallas are going to set them, but it's too early. They're not going to not try.
7 games left? That's crazy.
Anyway, you got a Jack Adams situation.
This is a great one, too, Prez. This has to do with what do we think or who do we think is going to be Coach of the Year? That's the Jack Adams Award here. I still think it's cheap because everyone that I talk to about this market says Lindy Ruff by $1 million, but still only 66, 67 cents, Prez. And the only other guy that you can go with is Cooper. So, I mean, what are the chances Cooper overtakes Lindy Ruff here?
Well, according to the chart, it's a 38% chance. According to me, it's a 0% chance. Joe, I think betting Lindy Ruff to win Coach of the Year is as close to free money as you can get.
That's what I keep hearing.
It's not possible that he loses the Coach of the Year. And the problem with Cooper is a fewfold. One, who on the Buffalo Sabres is named Vasilevsky?
Yep.
Who on the Buffalo Sabres is named Hedman? Who is named Kucherov?
Mm-hmm.
Who is named Point? Who has already won 2 Stanley Cups?
Yep.
Who makes the playoffs every single year without fail?
Yep.
None of those answers are the Buffalo Sabres, guys.
Yep.
None of them.
Yep.
Only one team was expected to be in last place and is in first place, and their name is not Tampa Bay.
That's why I thought it was a little cheap, Prez. I mean, unless I'm missing something, unless there's some sort of crazy record Cooper is breaking, I don't know. I mean, Ruff with a 25, 30 cent headroom there, call me crazy. I'm with you. I think it's lock it in, Prez. That might be the easiest profit you'll make all year long.
I think everybody needs to get their butts over to Kelce and make that bet immediately.
I don't get it.
What else? What else we got?
Well, we got, of course, your old time. It's been a while here, but we got Bitcoin taking a nosedive here, but it has made a comeback, as you can see there on the chart, Prez. 67.3 currently right now by 5 o'clock Eastern time. The question is, are we thinking over 67, over 67.250, or over 67.5 right now?
We're going with over 67.5, Joe.
Ooh, at 37 cents. I love it.
I think we're going to get some value. We're going to have a little bit of an upswing. If you go look at the charts over the last 5 days, it has been bombing around, but we did get it all the way down into 65.8 territory.
Yep.
So I feel like we might have an upswing in front of us. Let's get to our rundowns.
I like that price there, Prez, too. That's actually a pretty good price there. So I'm with you. All right. Where do you want to go? College first? Is that where we're heading, Prez?
Yeah. Let's go. Brother. Well, you got to throw some baseball in there, too.
Well, there's only 2 games, though, here tonight. One of them's is probably by the time you're watching this with the Royals and Twins is already underway. The only other one will be the Mets at some point taking on the Giants tonight. But we do have some NIT action coming up here tonight. Don't forget the semifinals are going to take center stage at Hinkle Fieldhouse tonight. And listen, if you had Auburn taking on Illinois State in the NIT final, God bless you. I did not think Auburn would care to be in this tournament, but Steve Pearl Jr. there has done a really fantastic job of keeping them and their eye on the ball. Illinois State, I mean, listen, look at the schedule of Auburn. Look at how many games and the quad one games that Auburn has had. And then look at the level of competition Illinois State is. But having said all that, I don't know. Auburn's already made it to this point. So the idea that they'll lose motivation to make it to the semifinals, they're here. They might as well win it. But I tend to think, though, Illinois State's going to slow this game down to a crawl. Auburn is not going to care because they're still going to be able to score more than Illinois State. I think the under might be the best look in this game. It wouldn't shock me if Auburn plays with their food like they did the last couple of games in this tournament here. But I also wouldn't be shocked if we land in the 140s as opposed to the 150s or above. So I do think the under is the best look in that game. And I would also look at New Mexico. I think New Mexico has got Tulsa here tonight in the other part of that semifinal. I think ultimately New Mexico and Auburn are going to play for your NIT final there, Prez.
NHL rundown, Joe. A whole ton of games. Boston in Florida. Boston has got their spot in the playoffs from my perspective, but I do think they'd like to win one or two more games, and Florida is clearly not doing well. With that said, way too much money to pay on Boston. We're going to take under the total of 6.5. Carolina hosting Columbus. I'm looking to go with over the total of 6.5 in this game. I like Ottawa against Buffalo. And yes, I'm a huge fan of Buffalo right now. But I think Ottawa has to get it done. They've lost 3 in a row. This team needs to turn it around and needs to turn it around now. They're only one game out of the playoff position. I like Tampa Bay against Pittsburgh, but I like them in regulation. I like Philadelphia against Detroit. I think the Detroit Red Wings are a fade team. New York Rangers hosting Montreal. I think there's value on the Rangers here. I think it's going to be a soft spot for Montreal, one of those letdown moments. New Jersey hosting Washington. I like under the total of 6.5 in this game. Minnesota against Vancouver. I'm just going to pass in that game. Dallas playing Winnipeg. Value on Winnipeg here, Joe, plus 145. We spoke about them already. Chicago in Edmonton. I like Edmonton's playing first for the division, and winning that division is important. They're minus 210. I like them in regulation against Chicago. Utah and Seattle. I like under the total of 6.5. I can see Vegas in regulation in this game. San Jose over Toronto. And I also like over the total in that game, and I like the Kings. Joe, what's your NBA rundown?
Wow, that's impressive, Prez. All right, let's go. NBA, handful of games, actually pretty good ones here tonight for a change. It starts with, how about Detroit at home taking on the Timberwolves? Looks like Anthony Edwards is a go again here, but we've seen nothing but Minnesota Timberwolves money in from the overnight. Opened up 5.5 for the Pistons. Now we're down to 3.5. But, the Pistons have been... They just watched Boston blow out Miami and almost drop 150 points last night. Even 4 games may not feel like a lock for the Pistons with the Boston Celtics on their heels to lock up the number 1 seed there. I still think the Pistons are going to put their best foot forward. I still like them over the Timberwolves here. Suns and Hornets, 2 overachieving teams. I like the under in that spot. I think the Lakers and the Thunder... Listen, the Thunder have burned through nothing but backers' money, thinking that they should be nearly double-digit favorites against everybody. I don't think so. I think the Lakers plus 9.5 is the way to go there. The Warriors just got trounced by the Spurs last night, but nobody played. More people are playing here tonight. Porzingis likely going, Melton probably going, Guy Santos going. It's not going to be enough to beat the Cavs, but it will be enough to get that thing up and over the total. Also, I do like the Pelicans getting 6.5 over the Portland Trailblazers here. We love the Portland Trailblazers, but the Pelicans done a pretty good job against the spread here over the last month. I think that continues. And the Spurs and Clippers, the game of the night. Again, Spurs second of a back-to-back here, but I tend to think maybe a little less defense, a little more offense in this one here tonight. I like the over the 230.5 in that one, and there is your NBA rundown, Prez.
Joe, brilliant. Good to be back. Guys, we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching the best betting show ever. I'm Lars Presman. That's Joe Ranieri. Art to Caesar back tomorrow. We'll see you then.